Hello. It's that time once again when we meet on this platform, Delta Scope, your regular weekly magazine program that plays host to economic, social, and political stakeholders in the development project of Delta State. My name is Onome Iyaruwe. Welcome on behalf of the producer and the production team. So far, Delta Scope has been able to x-ray who is doing what in the political, the social, and economic space of Delta State. And this week is not different as we are playing host to Chief Frank Omare. That name, Chief Frank Omare, rings a bell, doesn't it? Now, Chief Frank Omare is an administrator, fearless politician, very courageous. He has held various political positions in the history of Delta State, spanning from the Chief James Onanefe Ibori's administration to the Governor Emmanuel Udwanha's administration, and presently so significant in the administration of His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa. Amongst the positions he has held in Delta State, Commissioner for Housing and Commissioner for Environment. And if you want to take a closer look, you'll remember the name Chief Frank Omare in one of his very controversial assignments in the beautification of Delta State, where several houses were demolished and a lot was said about this wonderful, fearless, and courageous politician. Well, our crew met with Chief Frank Omare, and the things he shared with us about his development plans in or out of government, and how he's been able to push Delta State to the next level, or where what he's been able to do with the various positions he has held. Well, the interview will amaze you. So much you need to find out from what we brought back. Let's see, Chief Frank Omare.
You've been around the government, you've been an administrator for a while, but let's go back to your days.
Anyway, I went to Persu Primary School, Warri, from Persu Primary School to National Comprehensive College in Warri. Of course, would
that be okay if I say you're a Warri boy?
A Warri boy, a Warri man, a Warri woman, a Warri girl, we all Warri people.
Yes. So when you left Persu Primary
School to National Comprehensive College, of course, I went to River State University of Science and Technology, where I studied banking and finance, and I did my master's in University of Benin. Then, before proceeding to the University of Benin, in 1999, I became a member of government.
When you left
Comprehensive College,
Warri,
yes,
you didn't go to school for the next 3-4 years.
Yes, I have to.
What are you doing?
I have to help my parents.
Okay.
No. My mother and my father, they were all fishermen. Somebody who is coming from a very poor background,
okay.
Of course, there's need for me to help my parents.
Yeah, but before you met Ibori, you worked also as a PRO to a company.
Those are my private businesses,
okay.
Of course, before I became a member of government in 1999.
Okay.
It was nice because I met a man that was sent to alleviate the suffering of the less privileged.
Yes.
That's Chief James Onanefe Ibori. Why I say less privileged is that Ibori looked for those people who wouldn't have ordinarily be a big man, so to say, or a member of government. But I was privileged enough to meet with him during the Warri crisis. And,
that was 1999?
Yes, before 1999, during the Warri crisis.
Okay.
I met with him, and after, it was a product of the solution of Warri crisis. Today we are at peace, we are together as one very united group and family ethnic group.
That you met Ibori and you're also part of the people who also helped in...
Because I'm a Niger man from, then Niger boy from Warri.
Okay.
And of course, when they were looking for people to be appointed, because I'm from Warri, specifically from Ogbijo, that is why I had that appointment.
Special advisor?
No, I was personal assistant to Chief James Onanefibori on youth development.
Let's take the youth development journey.
We just come out from the worry crisis, and my mandate in the office is to ensure that we are together as a people. Companies was not giving the youth their legitimate rights. So the platform is for the office to ensure that there is peace, there is unity, there is cooperation between the youth, and of course the companies, and of course among them. I was there for a while. Then I was made Honorable Commissioner, Special Duties Governor's Office.
What was that? Special Duties entails a whole lot.
Yes,
specifically.
There are lots of it, but specifically, the fire service was under the ministry that I served, was under my purview at that time. And I spent about 2 years and a few weeks. Then we ended the Chief Ibori, my leader, at the end of his tenure. And I was engaged by the immediate past governor, Dr. Emmanuel Odua, who is, of course, my governor and boss then.
I mean, you've been in government, you've done so well.
I don't know what I've done so well.
Well, otherwise you won't be around if you've done so well.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there things you think some landmark you left behind as Commissioner for Special Duties?
For me, yes, that period, government is continuity. Yeah. That period, we flooded the administration of Chief James Onanefibori, flooded Delta State with new brown fire service trucks to attend to emergencies.
Under your purview then?
Yes, and especially the ones that were in Warri and Asaba. When there's a fire outbreak, you see the sophisticated equipment that comes and salvage or resolve the situation or save the situation, as it were. So I believe that is a very serious landmark. So we see the equipment as a private and personal equipment so that it can last longer for the people of the state and the usage.
Then you became Mr. Environment.
Yeah. Well,
what ended that name, Mr. Environment?
Well, I don't know. You are saying it, but the truth of the matter is that immediately after Chief James Ibori's administration, I was made chairman of task force on beautification of Asaba, State Capital Territory, and I performed the mandate. What was the mandate? To ensure that people live a clean environment, people do not throw dirt everywhere. Caravan was restricted, not everywhere that will be established as a market, and of course we intensively sweeping the major streets and picking the littered area, and it was going very well. From that task force chairman, I was made the executive chairman of Waste Management Board by the same government of Dr. Emmanuel Odua, and there I was made Honorable Commissioner for Housing twice. Yes, Dr. Odua, my former boss, made me Commissioner for Environment, and with clear terms. Of course, the mandate is there. But in government, the few things I know is that they can give you 20-point mandate, but you have to ask yourself, where is the funding? The work will be viable and good. What can you do? But if you want to attend to all of them, you may not be effective and efficient with prevailing circumstances. So I took up environment, neatness, illegal structures all over the state, and of course blockade of major drains that is leading to flooding and all of that. Is something that I feel that we should do, and of course the governor really encouraged me, give me a lot of free hands to ensure that sector is attended to. And I was able to go into Shell and get a master plan of these cities. So cleverly, I didn't let anybody know that this is waterway and I need to open the waterway. So I got all those information and I presented them to the governor. And I told him that, look, for us to do the needful, we must step on toes. And I would want him to understand it. Where even government schools. And the governor gave me the total support. And I have to go in.
Some say we were very high-handed in doing that.
I don't think that I want to compromise. I hate compromises. If you are in environment, if you say this is a waterway, for example, and Chief Omare house is on the waterway, or Dr. Kowa house is on the waterway, or Uduaga house is on the waterway, or because the person is a less privileged character that sells tomato in the market for a living, or because somebody has bought a caravan, illegally to come and put in a place, kept in a place to use and block waterway, it's unacceptable by me. I can't take it. As I'm moving, I move with an open heart that this is the way. It will offend you. You applaud me, or you abuse me, or you abuse the government of the state. What about state government who is approving authority of infrastructures? Build a secondary school in Saple on a waterway. I have to bring the school down and move on. The information from Shell and other agencies that this place is a waterway, they are built on it. So if, for me, let us be disciplined. Let us take our work extremely very serious. Our culture of towards environment is satanic.
Satanic?
Yes, it is. The culture of our people in approach to environmental activities is satanic. So the culture of environment is dead. Long ago. You would dress very well, you're going to work. You tell your wife, all the dirt, please put it in the boot of the car, or even in the passenger seat. Yes. You go and you throw it away. Is that not satanic? So when I use the word, maybe you think it's too harsh. But if you're a worry boy or a worry man, go there and take the inventory of those irresponsible characters that who does that, even in Asabaye.
Okay.
So it's not good. And of course, during my time, who will come? You will be arrested during the environmental day of negligence. You will be, the magistrate court is there. They will judge your case, sentence you, either option of fine or you go to Okere. So for us to be very serious. And because the present laws, we need to review them. The environmental laws, we need to review them. So that people will bite on people more. I don't have any apologies of anything I did by way of offending people, maybe demolishing their houses, demolishing, removing caravans.
Caravan doesn't worry.
Yes. No, I don't have any apologies. And people say, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. I drive in worry. I enter Keke in worry. Because we have to do the needful. But I'm happy that more than 75% of worry people say, when Omare was a commissioner of environment, the town was better in terms of environment. So that is a plot to me.
All right, sir. Now, after Uduaga's regime, you're found worthy and again to be
reappointed
DG
Special Programs Governor's Office. Yes.
Office. What does that entail?
One of the mandates is to clean open drainages and cover drainages in the state capital.
Why only the state capital?
No, because that is a mandate. You have a Minister of Environment. Okay. You have it. So you have a lot of agencies everywhere. Like you said, in this second tenure, toilets cannot be managed. We need people with experience and capacity. So I feel that whatever place you find yourself as a Deltan, on an appointable position, you should just do what is right and not play into the political gallery. Oh, I'm a member of government, and you are everywhere, birthday, marriages, and all of them. What is the assignment? Ask yourself, did you do the assignment?
I see that you're very passionate about every task given to you, and that has mirrored in the fact that you're being appointed from time to time. Mm-hmm. In your indices, there's one single LCM, which is environment.
From environment to housing, then environment to date.
Housing is part of environment, actually.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why is that? Is that, you know, you have to have passion. If you're a banker, if you have any job, anywhere you find yourself, make good use of it. If you're a Christian, a Muslim, could make use of it. I believe that we are 4 years. They gave us tax on same day.
Yes.
The next day, if you are not called upon to continue, then ask yourself what is wrong. The office time, are you expected to be anywhere apart from the office? Inspections, making policies, investigations, and all of that on in my own case on environment. I should do that. Every day I value, trying to assess myself. Where am I? Where am I going? How am I going here? When you do all of that, it will improve. Then of course sometimes you go enter a public place. Don't even make yourself known. Talk about yourself to a few persons that didn't even know you, whether you are performing. Because that will guide you. I have never made any serious struggle to be appointed. My former bosses, Omare will be good there. Omare can do it. And I go.
Okay, Omare can.
Like now, the governor just gave me this very urgent task. There's a problem in Asaba. Flooding problem. Omare, where are you? Please come and attend to it. And immediately he gave me the assignment and gave me an appointment later so that nobody can talk about it. He's not in government. Why is he doing it? So this is a collective responsibility of our people. But the important thing is that now you are in the media sector. Take it extremely serious. Don't allow your sector to be used to blackmail or to do anything that will give you names. Do it the way it is.
Hi, welcome to my new Delta. This past 4 years has been so amazing with Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa as governor. Lots of entrepreneurial and wealth opportunities has been created in the state. Infrastructural developments in all sectors. Over 200 roads have been completed, highways and urban roads. Primary health care has greatly been improved upon. Now you can get health support with ease. Even the educational sector was not left behind. It has received tremendous boost. The state has now become a sport destination. This past 4 years has been so amazing in Delta State. Who knows what the next 4 years will look like? Come with me. Let's create a stronger Delta with Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa, my governor.
The co-op administration last 4 years was centered on a smart agenda. Now we move to better Delta. Now, what's your own idea for a stronger Delta?
A case study of worry. Let me just tell you.
Okay.
I'm a member of this government, a proud member of this government. The governor has done very well. That's why I said smart agenda.
Yes.
And great Delta.
Yes.
He has done very well for the 4 years with his slim resources.
Right.
One of the things that he has done that I'm very impressed about, some few weeks to the formation of this new government, he sent a bill to the House to create Warri Uwe Development Commission.
Yes.
To attend to that area and its environs, to attend to that areas. And if you read the bill, what it entails, you know that the governor has a good heart for the people of Warri and its environs. There will be a lot of roads, environmental issues will be attended to. Of course, every sector, infrastructures will be everywhere. But we as Warri people, we should now face with the fact that agencies will step on toes.
And be ready for it.
Be ready for it. What I did while I was Commissioner for Environment is just 1% that this government, these agencies will do. These people who are the small SMEs, all those small trade, petty trade, we need to encourage them. Encouraging them is not to go against the law. We should encourage them. How do we encourage them? The government market, the local government market, we should tie roads. We should make the environment neat and give them a time to ensure that everybody goes there and trade.
You were a special advisor on youths.
SSA. Senior Special Assistant on youth.
Now, looking at the youth of today, sir,
yes.
How can we interface with the youths of Delta State for them to kick into the stronger Delta agenda of the state?
I want you to take away 20 years from my age, because I've been in government for about 20 years. Okay. I was a very young man, extremely young. How do I manage the opportunity I had with Chief James Ibori,
yes,
our leader? He made me a PA, and I realized that for this man to make me a PA to a governor, I need to behave well. I do not place money. What is my contribution so that I can be a better leader for tomorrow? Governor Kowa and Governor Dua, they did a lot of youth empowerment. Training, giving them, starter packs to start. For example, how does Frank Omare grow as a youth to this level? Let me follow the way Okowa grew as a youth to this level. Let me follow the way Chief James Ibori as a youth. By the time you have these key people, and they are now people to talk about. Of course, you will open a tailoring shop with 3 machines. You employ 2 people. You that ought to stay as a young girl, stay in that tailoring shop. Every day you are in Lagos, every day you are in Abuja, you are in Dubai, you want to buy the expensive whatever, and you refuse to pay even the workers.
So it's a mindset now.
It's a mindset. It's all about mindset. Then they group themselves, Ose, Boss, Shemo, my picking baby food, my accent. Have you asked yourself, how long will you be doing that? Somebody gave you 100,000. You can't multiply it by investing on it. They can start with you 20,000. You see them running around just to ensure. You have to be disciplined. Omare is not a wicked man. I'm only just being disciplined. This should be done. Let us do it.
Okay. Sir, you're from Ogbijo.
Yes, I am from Ogbijo. Proudly Ogbijo man.
Yeah. What has been your impact in Ogidengbe and Ogbijo?
Well, Ogbijo is my community.
Yes.
We had a problem with Alaja, and the governor has almost resolved the issue. And it's saddened for 4 years. Project that ought to be in that local government headquarters was not, taken to the place. Not because the governor cried every day. Alaja and Ogbijo, we lost that completely in the 4 years because the kind of project that the governor wanted to do, linking the 2 cities and linking to Warri, well, that is the new Warri.
Yes.
It's not because of the crisis. But I'm happy the 2 communities are, there's the last time, I don't think for the last 7-8 months, nobody has shot any shot of gun.
You've been in government now. You've been serving us meritoriously, when I mean us, Delta State meritoriously, from one position to another for the past 20 years.
About 20. No. Appointable positions.
Appointable positions. Okay. You have not been to an elected position.
I went.
Okay.
I contested as member of the House.
Okay.
I didn't make it.
You wanted to be a member of the House.
Yeah.
For some reason, okay. Yeah,
I couldn't make it. Yes.
Make it. Did you have some bills on your sleeve that you said, okay, when I get there, these are things I like to push?
No, whatever I have is within my heart.
If I might ask, what do you think are his greatest assets?
Yeah, I have said it. The man is wonderful. Dr. Kowa is a wonderful man. If he tells you come tomorrow 12 o'clock he will wait for you. If he tells you don't worry, this road I want to tie it because it's going to benefit Deltans. By next year budget, by next month, I'm going to start it. He comes, he will do it. He will remind you. He's somebody that will tell you, well, he doesn't be, I'm not sure he's a politician. I don't think he's a politician. He will tell you this and he will do it. No story.
Okay.
No story. He has done a lot for Deltans on promise. He's very straight. He's focused. He knows his targets. He does not like oppression. He wants everybody to participate so that we can build a greater and a better Delta. He's a good man. That's what I can tell you.
Oh, he's a good man.
He's a good man. Dr. Kowa is a good, not because of me, he's a good man. That's what I can say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief.
Frank Omare, yes.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
You have quite us some something next time we call.
Thank you, I will.
Thank you.
I'm very grateful.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, it's easy for one to tell the story of how they overcame, of how he or she overcame. Now, Chief Frank Omare has shared so much with us, some that you never knew about and some that you must have known about. Now, if you tells you that he's an advocate of the Okowa administration, please do not doubt him. I know he's an advocate of the youth, and whatever he's doing in the political space of Delta State, it's very, very encouraging. And so on this note, we want to wrap up this week's edition of Delta Scope on television. For your comments, observations, and contributions, please join us using our various social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Yes, while we await your comments, contributions, and observations, do well to join us again next week for a fresh edition of Delta Scope on television. On behalf of the producer and the production team, this is Onome Iyaroe, thanking you for coming along with us this week.